All right. What else you got? Or you want me to go?
You go.
You want me to go? What I got GMM is still killing it. Aaron, what's GMM?
Good Mythical Morning.
They're still killing it. They're still funny as hell.
We have
old stuff, new stuff. Funny.
We have a Good Mythical Morning channel on our television.
We do.
And
Roku.
every morning this week, I have gotten up to laughter.
It's funny, and I went back to season 3. What season are they in right now?
11 or 12?
No.
Yes.
I thought they were further along than that.
No.
It's like 11 or 12.
This is 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's like 11 or 12.
I think I think where you stopped was in Thailand. And that was 2014, and you were already watching old things.
Yeah, because that's where I started.
Holy mother of pearl.
What?
They have 1,525 episodes.
Oh, yeah, they've been going.
Yeah.
They've been doing it.
They've got 2 seasons of their YouTube Red show.
And that's
really good.
And that's nothing, because they got more than one show. I mean, they got Rhett and Link.
Yeah. Where all the
Good Mythical More
goes.
It says...
And now a new channel, The Mythical Kitchen.
As of February 2020,
Yep.
the show has 17 regular seasons.
Ouch.
And 2 summer seasons, one being part of season 11 and one being a standalone season.
Wow.
So it's more than
11.
I knew it was up there.
They've been doing the damn thing. Funny. That's all I got to say.
I like to
it's
use
funny.
It's in the lotion, man.
I like to do the Rhett and Link video, like music videos at lunchtime. Sometimes in the classroom, I'll put it on for the kids to listen to the music and see the funny videos. I love their stuff. They crack me up.
Don't they have one about a belly button?
Yeah, it's my belly button.
Don't start singing it, Mommy.
But I the one song I really struggle with, I like the sound of the song. I can listen to the song, but I cannot watch the video. It's very painful.
OCD?
The OCD song. It's really, really hard. But I showed it in my classroom last year at lunchtime one day, and I watched the other Scorpio girl in the classroom, and she was physically cringing and covering her eyes while watching this, like she was watching a horror movie.
Unequal pizza slices.
Stop.
Fonts of different sizes.
Stop.
It's more than you can take.
So, at the end of it, she came up and she said, Mrs. Farr, please don't play that one again. I can't. And I said, I understand, honey. But I love their music.
Toilet paper facing inwards. Unsynchronized, synchronized swimmers. I contain the power!
I'm telling you, man. If you're not watching it, just
if you haven't watched Good
just go ahead and do it, and
now,
trust me, the funny lives there.
If you haven't watched Good Mythical Morning by now,
Speaking
at
of
least one
things,
episode,
the watching.
What's wrong?
I brought the only other person that's been watching it. Tales from the Loop is awesome.
It is.
For
I haven't
adults.
started watching it yet.
You know what I find funny is that the two of you
Are cool.
Yes.
That's the end of that sentence. The two of you are cool.
Truly enjoy the same type of things. Like, you will say, go watch this thing, and Keegan's like, okay, I'm on it. And she goes and watches the whole thing, and then comes back, Daddy, I really like that, blah, blah, blah. I'll watch one episode and be like,
Because you don't give it a choice, man. You don't give it. I'm sorry. You don't give it a chance.
Yeah.
You're not giving it a chance. You got to dive in. Some things, especially if it's British, they develop slowly. You gotta get in there. You can't. Sometimes, like especially those first seasons of things. Sometimes you just gotta watch the whole thing. You can't stop after one episode because they haven't gotten to it yet. They haven't gotten there yet.
And I'm notorious for doing the one episode and being done.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I just downloaded,
You still gotta watch Westworld.
no.
Yes.
The whole world likes fucking Westworld.
No.
What's the other show? Game of Thrones. You guys don't know what?
Oh, and Black Mirror.
And Black Mirror!
I haven't watched Black Mirror yet.
But
Go ahead,
I
continue.
downloaded Dragula because I thought this is something that Keegan would enjoy.
See, these are
Because it's
no.
a lot of special effects makeup, it's creepy, it's blah blah blah. This is right up her alley.
And
I didn't even make it through the first episode before I'm like, this is shit. I don't want to watch this. Keegan may still enjoy it.
Westworld is not shit.
No.
But Westworld has everything that is my nightmare.
But you haven't watched it yet.
You gotta
You
watch
can't
it.
say that it has something that you haven't seen. You don't know what's going on. You have seen the movie, yes?
Yeah?
The original, Yul Brynner.
Yeah. Back in the
Gunslinger.
day, yep.
Okay, so you know the premise of Westworld. That's not really the issue. The issue is how does it get from the beginning to the end, and then what happens in the next subsequent seasons, because there is no more. Outside of Westworld and Future World, you don't get any more films. Okay, so there is Westworld and Future World. You kind of know what happens next, but you don't know the TV shows because they're just not. They're based on the characters. They're based on Michael Crichton. They're based on that stuff, but it's just not. None of it is what is in that show. It departs wholly from that. Outside of, like, there's a park.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there are automatons, or I don't know what to call them. They're not robots. They're android like things, like the original, but more advanced. So, okay, but you've got to get through it, I think, because I think you would like it because you like science fiction.
I do like
Yeah,
science
really.
fiction.
And see, there's a lot of good, and that's what Tales from the Loop is. It's real science fiction, not Star Wars science fiction. It's Star Trek science fiction, but more adult. It's real. It's more like, what did I tell you it was? What's the movie with the black hole and the guy and the books?
Interstellar?
It is more like Interstellar. It's not going to answer your questions.
Which you have not seen.
Which you have not seen. See what I'm talking about, people? Email her, tell her that you want her to see these films, because you would enjoy them, because they have they all have a component that you really enjoy, and we just can't tell you that. So when you watch the trailers and when you get into the first episodes, of course none of that's there.
Yet.
But you gotta get through it, and we keep telling you over and over, and you just won't do it. It's not even, they're not even like bad things. It's the things that you do find that you like when you watch stuff. The stuff where you're breaking out the tissues and all that, but you're not giving the newest things a chance at all, which I don't understand. You're not even trying to see what's all the buzz about, which seems like you would with all this time and Netflix and
Such.
So, Tales from the Loop. Tales from the Loop. First episode, probably kill you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired.
Is that what you were watching when you said the other day that some people just need to die?
No. Well, I was watching the show, but not that episode. But yes, some people just need to die.
I mean, I think a lot of people would agree with you.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong? Where are you going?
Hello? This is...
Uh-oh. I can feel a polka coming on.
Oh no.
Okay.
I don't know where your mother is going. She's walking away, but our apartment's not that big. I mean, I can still hear the guy on the phone.
I think it's a lady.
I wrote down on here, I can't remember why, but I would love your thoughts. Not everybody is good people.
Okay.
What do you think about that? That break your brain?
Kind of.
What do you think about that?
Okay.
Not everybody is good people.
It's not.
How do they not have pineapple?
Say it to mommy.
Alright, so
I want to watch
I
her.
posed this
guys.
question to Keegan, and I posed this question to the people. Not everybody is good people.
Facts.
Give your thoughts on this. I can't remember why I put that on there. Something happened this week and I wrote it down. Not everybody is good people.
Hold on, I'm having a problem with the way you're wording it.
Why?
Why? Not everybody is good people.
Your grammar brain is going right now, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
it's grammatically incorrect.
Is it?
Not all people are
I didn't say all. I said
Not-
not everybody.
not. What?
Not everybody is good people.
Nope.
See? Everybody agrees. Now, there's nothing wrong with that grammatically.
Some people like to just cause drama and trauma and pain
Some
and
people want to see the
suffering.
world burn.
Damage.
Just watch it burn.
Some of them want to be in denial that the world is on fire.
Batman.
Some of them want to add fuel to every fire.
Dark Knight.
So,
Rip that thing off your face when you die.
Dark Knight.
Could be very painful for you.
I don't remember why I wrote it. Something happened this week with not good people. I just can't remember what the thing was that was not good people. But it's true. Not everybody is good people.
facts.
Words to live by. I think might need to be a t-shirt. Might need to add it to the t-shirt list. We are working on our merch ideas. So if you've got ideas for merch about us and stuff, yes, definitely I'll pass that along. What else you got over there? I've gone through 3 of them now.
I have
Rapid fire.
uni students or college students can return to school or can't return to school, but young children can. So this week in
Everybody.
Mexico and in the UK, it was announced that university students could not return to school until August or September, but young children as young as 4, can return in some places. And one of my coworkers was flipping out. She's like, this doesn't make any sense. These children are more vulnerable. Why are they allowing university students to stay home but not the small children? And I said, well, that's easy. University students are independent and can take care of themselves. Parents don't like their young children. They want them out of the house. They can't take it anymore. Who cares if they have to wear masks? Who cares if they're little petri dishes carrying everything around?
Nasty.
Send them away. So yesterday, a friend of mine was complaining that where she lives, they're sending kids back to school, grades 1 through 3, but the teachers aren't supposed to be teaching lessons. It's just for childcare. But the government has said they can only have 10 kids per classroom.
Oh boy.
And if the classroom is 20 to 24 kids, how do you do that? Because there aren't enough teachers to then spread out these kids to have an adult in every room.
No, that's not true.
And there's
Of
not
course there
enough
is.
room for all of the kids to be in separate spaces. So
Why not?
10, if it's a small school, they only have 10 kids in this class. Say you have 3 first grade classrooms and each of them have 24, but you only have 10 classrooms.
But all 24 ain't coming.
Yes.
Nah.
Grades 1 to 3.
They could come. They're leaving it up to the parents to make the decision.
I don't think so.
They're not saying that you have to send your kids for childcare.
Well, and then the other thing was some of the teachers were like, I don't know what to do. I now have to return to work.
Right.
But I have 4th grader and I have a 6th grader and I can't leave my kids home alone because they're too young. But I'm supposed to be at work from 7 to 5. babysitting these other people's kids.
Babysitting.
So what do I do? And now I'm going to be around all these other people's kids and come home to my kids. So,
So
the teachers are freaking out because they're being asked to go back to work and take care of these small children, but university children or university students can't go back. And I just kept trying to save them.
They have the university student sex.
So.
Well, I think that might matter. They're always in very close proximity.
You think that little children are always in little?
There's only 10 of them.
But they're still next to each other.
No,
they're
only 10
still.
of them. Remember, you just said it. You just gave the rule. They can only have 10 of them.
In that place, in that country. Here, that's not the rule.
What's the rule?
They haven't sent the kids back yet, but some of them are starting back, I think, the 20th, and some of them are starting back June 1st.
Isn't that Monday? Tuesday? Today's the 16th.
So, but they haven't said any parameters.
Huh.
Because I get the stuff from here, and then in the UK, my friends were, I had several of them that were posting about Boris Johnson non-stop for hours after he said that children as young as 4 can go back to school with
Look, man,
the rising numbers in the UK.
Nothing matters. Nothing about health matters. Everybody is 100% focused on the health of their economies over the health of the individual people. They know that almost all of these countries have enough people to fill the jobs, especially with everybody just graduating. They got all kinds of people to fill the jobs when these other people die from going back to work. They know this.
Man.
So, one of the things that my coworker was saying that made a lot of sense to me is it's been reported several different times by several different reporting agencies that Mexico is hiding their numbers. That they're claiming there are only 4,000 deaths in Mexico, like 4,700, the last number I saw, when it's actually probably closer to 30 or 40,000. And the reason why the numbers are so low is because if someone dies and they're alone, they aren't being tested. They're just, they just died, and that's that.
That's that.
Whereas the U.S. is now opening and everything back up, and their numbers keep climbing and climbing.
Duh.
At this very moment, I just did the Google.
The Google says.
The U.S. has 88,237 deaths. That's 1,524 more deaths than yesterday.
What?
We forgot to do the AI voice. Yeah, forgot to do the mommy AI voice.
Huh?
Yeah, remember that was one of the ideas.
I don't remember. What are you talking about?
Whenever mommy reads something very professionally, or she's reading it like a children's book or something, she turns into a version of Siri.
Yeah.
I do not.
And she sounds like an AI. So we had an idea.
That's his thing.
We had an idea to have mommy record certain things, and then we could ask the channel AI, and then it would be mommy.
She'd be like the voice of the Enterprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mommy, you definitely have that, especially when you're doing an interview or you're talking
or reading
on
an
the phone.
ad.
Yeah, reading an ad, doing the news thing. I mean, it's just very.
Your teacher voice.
Yeah.
Not the one with motherfuckers in it.
Yeah, not that one. It's
that voice doesn't have that.
It's I think it's the slowness and the clarity that you have to speak with small children.
Second language learners.
And the softness of it.
That's what turns it into an AI robot voice.
Yeah.
If you.
Do you have anything else? Do you have anything else? Do you have anything else?
No.
Good.
Check out our Patreon. It's up in the running.
There is a Patreon.
And if you support us on Patreon, we'll give you a big old shout out. Because you're special and we love you.
That made it cool when you did this snap. Oh, God. If you want to follow the Traveling Farrs, you can follow us at the He's Back. YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, iTunes, Spotify, and wherever good podcasts are sold. If you like the Instagram and the Twitters, Traveling Farrs. If you like the email that Karen will always read,
I do.
travelingfars@gmail.com, and the blog space, the travelingfars.blueberry.net. No E's in the blueberry. Keegan, how was your experience today?
Neat.
Good. Say goodbye to the people.
Don't forget to check out our Patreon. It'll be in the description.
It will.
Put it
It's
in
there.
the description. Check out Keegan at LunaWolf66
On the Instagram.
on the Instagram.
It's also in the description.
And
And him.
No one cares about me.
It's in the description.
Trust
me, it's all there. It's in our intro and outro.
if you would
Just
like to see
watch the
more
video,
videos from Aaron and Keegan, they have some videos that we've recorded in the past called Growing Up Expat. Just scroll down to
A
the bottom
discontinued
of
series.
the channel and you'll find
It's on
their videos.
hiatus.
A
All right.
discontinued
Say goodbye to the
series.
people.
Bye, people.
Say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye.
I totally
Peace.
neglected Cam 2. I'm so sorry, Cam 2.
Mm-hmm.